All right, welcome back to another recording. 1c5. Okay, bishop c4. I'm going to play d6. And sometimes this goes into a closed Sicilian with d3. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's going for a closed Sicilian. Or at least to keep the position closed. Okay, never mind. We're going open. And I think I'm going to play the Scheveningen pawn structure. Knight c6, bishop b5 is something I often see. But I think it makes sense to develop the knight. Okay. Do I play a6 here? I'm going to stick with e6. I like the Scheveningen pawn structure. Let's see what rating we're looking at. 1547, so slightly lower than me. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play... No, let's play a6. Get some queenside space. Okay, very interesting. This prevents a b5 advance. I think bishop d... Bishop d7 looks solid here. If knight captures on c6, bishop captures c6, and we are in a fine position. I could also play knight takes d4 followed by bishop c6. And now I can play the b5 advance. I think he's playing bishop g5 with the intent of pushing e5. But right now e5 doesn't appear to do anything because I just capture with the pawn. So I'm going to play bishop e7. And maybe I should have considered h6. I think now I want to consider h6. Or how about knight takes e4, bishop takes e7, knight takes c3, bishop takes d8, knight takes d1, knight takes e4, knight takes e4, material is even, bishop takes bishop, wait, material wouldn't be even, knight takes e4, knight takes e4, He's up a piece. Bishop takes, knight takes. Okay, so that doesn't work here. H6 needs to be played. Because if you were paying attention to the variation I was just spitting out, this f4 pawn protects g5. But now with my pawn on h6, I can recapture any piece that lands on g5. Okay, so now I think, knight takes e4, bishop takes e7, knight takes c3, bishop takes d8, knight takes d1, and I'm pretty sure we win a pawn that way. Is that the way I want to play? Well, it gets a pretty valuable center pawn, so I think we can do this. And I don't think he wants to capture with the knight because I take with check. Okay, so now he's up a piece. Let's just double check. Knight takes c3, bishop takes d8, knight takes here, and yeah, material, I will be a pawn up, it looks like. Okay, does that change anything? I wouldn't say so. Maybe he wants to put the bishop here. No? Okay. Alright, yeah, so we're looking pretty good. Up a pawn. Up a pawn, I could try and trade these bishops off. Okay, he castles. And I'm wondering if I should just do the same here. Or should I trade bishops? Although bishop b5 liquidates, it gives me some pawn weaknesses. He's probably going to try and push f5. Yeah, let's just connect the rooks. I think it's a solid plan for now. If he plays f5, I might play d5. D5, bishop b3. Let's go ahead and do this, and I might just have pawns on e5 and d4 after this. Yeah, I think I might. I'm going to do this. Worst case scenario, I have to play rook f to e8. To protect this e-pawn. And he's giving me a discovered attack, interestingly enough. Discovered attack on his rook. I think his idea is rook g3. Yeah. Because then he's gonna want to push this pawn. Do I just keep pushing? Do I trade off the bishops? I think I'm going to trade off the bishops here. What if he plays c4? Bishop d5, c4. The en passant capture leads to a double attack. Okay, so I don't think I can play bishop d5 just yet. I think I have to play b5 first. I could also prevent f6 with rook d6. Yeah, d6. Let's try and trade off these bishops, though. b5. Oh. I could attack this pawn right away. Let's play b5. What if he plays c3? So do I just push these pawns? Huh. Okay. If rook d6, I'm just worried about like a c3 pawn push. So yeah, alright, let's play b5 to try and prevent any c pawn pushes. If he plays c3 now, I can just capture the pawn. And this also, if he doesn't play... Okay, so he played... I'm pretty sure now I can just play bishop d5 and trade off the bishops. But I only have a pawn advantage, so maybe that's not the best idea. How about I threaten a5, threatening a4. And that might forever, since he has to worry about that, that might forever prevent a C pawn push. So do I play A4 here or B4? Or do I just leave the pawns as is? Do I start pushing my pawns? Do I trade the bishops off now? Okay, yeah, so maybe, I mean, yeah, I'm only a pawn up, but I have two strong central pawns, and I have a lot of space. So maybe that's the way I should be looking at it. And he's got some pawns that are a little too far advanced, is what I'm thinking. Oh, okay, so with h4 he's planning h5, which helps an f6 push. Let's see what he does here. I'm using a lot of time up, so I could also do. All right. Let's see what he does here. I'll threaten that pawn. He pushes the pawn. G6. Try and get a rook on C8. I played e4. I'm not sure if that's right. He's going to play h5. Okay, I think I'm okay with him playing this first. Obviously, I want to avoid that capture with check. Ah, I missed this. Wow. Completely missed that due to his bishop. Ooh. Not good. Okay. We're okay with that because this dark square is the square that his pawn needs to land on, and he has a light squared bishop, so we are okay with this for now. And I might push these pawns. Actually I should capture and then push. And okay, so we have a same color bishop ending. I can't play bishop d5 right now because he plays rook takes pawn. Rook f8. Looks like I just win this pawn. And then his rook will take this pawn. So is there a way for me to protect that pawn? I think this is a solid move. E3. So he's up a pawn now, unfortunately. If he pushes c3, we just play d3, and that should probably do it for the game. With the two connected passers, I don't see how he can defend. Might not be as simple as I'm making it sound, though. Yeah, I don't think. I think this is a mistake. Even after bishop e2, yeah, bishop e2 is a mistake. D takes e2, rook takes d8 check, king h7, rook check, king g6, rook check, king f5. He moves the pawn, but I move the pawn with check. He could play, yeah, he could play, yeah. So we like bishop e2. Okay. And this also looks like a mistake. I think this just, oh wait, no. I was going to say this trades down into a favorable pawn endgame, but it doesn't look like it does as much as I thought. Alright, 2 minutes left. e2 check, bishop takes, d takes e2 check, king takes, rook takes, rook, king takes rook, bishop takes. Yeah, that's not enough. Bishop takes g2, king takes g2. That's not enough either. Or is it? Bishop takes g2, king takes g2, e2, bishop takes e2. Yeah, that's not enough. So what about rook g8, f7? His king can't enter this area. That's my logic behind this rook f8 move. Yeah, so f7, and I'm thinking king g7, followed by maybe king or bishop g6 is my idea. As soon as his bishop is off, I have a very strong e2. Okay, so he just blew the game. He just gave me the game. And I don't think he should have resigned there, but that was a bad move on his part. Alright, let's take a look at this game. And it was the imbalance created from that knight takes e4 move that ended up winning the game. So let's take a look. So right here, the knight takes e4 doesn't work. If he takes the bishop, it works, but knight takes knight, bishop takes, and this knight is protected, which is why you need to play h6 first. See, he's up a piece now. Three pieces to my 2 pieces. So I played h6 first, and now I can take the pawn. Yeah, this is a good move. I allowed some counterplay that I should not have allowed. He could have played this right away. Oh, okay, right away, but I have g5 if he plays right away. Okay. Okay, but if I play g5, h4, okay. Aggressive. All right. So yeah, so his h4 does allow for his idea. So maybe this, and then, well, really I should just get the king off the diagonal. Probably king h7. Since I have a light square bishop too, he's protected there. So I need to be more aware of that idea. Because he did get some counterplay and probably should have converted it to a win. He had a strong pawn advantage with this king side majority, but these two central pawns are very strong. And I think I just played this right. I think I played this right with rook f8 here, and then I get some pressure on that pawn, and I realize that if this bishop leaves this diagonal, I have a quick tactic, and that's what happened. He blocked his own diagonal, and from here out it should be pretty simple. He wants to play here so he can capture the queen, and yeah, not too sure what he has from here. Especially, I'll just probably, I guess I don't want to trade yet because his bishop's still bad. Yeah, I'd probably do this. No, I want to keep that pawn. So yeah, I'd probably trade opposition. He might do that. Or this. But since I have a bishop, I can just move it. And that wins.